We live, Sunday live edition. My man Mike Antonate's back up in the building. Mike, what's happening?
What's going on, brother? Glad to be here.
Glad to be here. Good day today. Happy Sunday to everybody. The Lord's Day. Just got done watching the Lakers and the Grizzlies game. That was an entertaining game. The Lakers won that one. Austin Reeves went crazy in the fourth quarter. But we're here also to talk about the Cavs today. You know, that just flop of a game last night. Tough one to watch. Yeah, and anything in the NBA playoffs and whatever else. Maybe we even hit on a couple. We're what 2 weeks away from the draft, or a week and a half from the NFL draft.
Less than less than 2 weeks, about 12 days.
Damn, 12 days away already.
Yeah, the 28th. 28th. I'm sorry. No, this starts the 27th. We're 11 days away.
Yeah,
We
so
pick the 28th. We don't pick till day two.
yeah. Well, we got and we got something special planned for that night too. We'll keep you guys stay tuned for that. Nice little draft weekend here on the Real or on this channel, whatever you want to say. Um, we got coming from Nate. This is Sunday live. It'll be a live stream on my channel, so we'll be reacting to the draft, giving our takes. Mike and I have been talking a lot about the draft, even privately, for weeks now. We're constantly doing mock drafts on our phones.
Oh, constant.
Looking at all the scenarios. So,
Yeah.
gonna be pretty interesting. But for the second round pick, we'll just say we took Elijah Moore. So, pretty good second round pick.
Yeah, exactly. Moved back for Elijah Moore. Not bad at all.
But we're here today to talk about start off with the Cavs as the Cavs lose to the Knicks yesterday in a just hard fought game. Came up shorthanded in the end. What was it, 101 to 97? I think was the final score.
Yeah, we lost by 4. Yeah, 101 by 9.
Jalen Brunson went berserk. Could not guard him. He got in foul trouble in the first half, and they still could not guard this guy.
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle.
5 threes. Hard shots too. RJ Barrett wasn't really there, but yeah, you want to just delve right into it. All the mistakes.
Yeah, and then we got our man Corey up here.
What's going on?
Mr. Mihalik, welcome to the live.
What's going on?
What's going on? And both our teams lost yesterday. Corey's Hawks lost to the Celtics. We lost.
We got dominated.
Bodied. Yeah, that was a hard game to watch.
Yeah, the Cavs, too many turnovers, no bench. Don't get
no rebounding.
Rebounding.
Rebounded.
We don't get Mobley quality shots.
Rebound.
Donovan Mitchell's jacking up 16 threes a game. Not good. We got Chetty Osman, guarding Jalen Brunson. Yeah, we'll just start there. Mike, go right ahead.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much that went wrong, and I will start it with a positive note. Positive note: the Cavs played like shit, and they played awful all around. Turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't passing enough. We got outsisted. We got outboarded. You just name it. We were making mistakes. We were missing wide open layups on fast breaks. It was embarrassing. It was probably one of the worst games I've watched us play since the All-Star break.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, we only lost by 4, and everybody's pretty much agreeing that we played awful. So
it was a Herculean effort in the fourth quarter.
Yes,
because they were down by 10 at one point, weren't they?
The largest lead of the night, I think, was like 14.
I think they were down by 10 at one point in the fourth, and then they went on a 9-0 run. It's got 2-3 steals in a row, and Donovan went berserk.
Yep.
But then Jalen Brunson rolls his ankle, so they come out. They go on that run. They get up by I think 1 point. Brunson rolls his ankle, going into the timeout. They come out of the timeout. They leave him wide open. No, it wasn't Brunson. Excuse me. It was Josh Hart. Josh Hart hits the 3 at the top of the key. And then we come down with just a bad possession, and then they come down and score again, and that was it. It's just like the little things we didn't. And I love JB Bickerstaff, love his passion, but he got out coached yesterday badly by Tom Thibodeau.
He made Tom Thibodeau look like Phil Jackson.
If you read the media here today, a lot of people think JB is the weakest link.
Sorry, you just got a eyeful of my eye. But yeah, no, I would have to agree. I mean, JB's just been like his rotations. Like I didn't agree with him taking out Isaac Okoro after just missing a couple threes. When I think he's a really important part of our starting five, and I think he's going to be crucial to winning this series and winning any other playoff series for that matter. His defensive skills, as well as just his ability to like cut.
I already know you're laughing.
Yeah.
Corey's known for just bailing. He's got to go run an errand. But yeah, I agree.
And his rotations are just so weird. Dean Wade saw too many minutes. I don't even understand. Like I know Danny Green hasn't been super productive, but I don't know why you wouldn't throw him out there just to try. Just not just that, but Lamar Stevens, I don't even think saw the court. I could be wrong. I didn't see him out there. Mm-hmm. And if he was out there, he wasn't out there long. Chetty Osman, who could sometimes be a nice breath of offense, was just completely like tone deaf on defense. It was just bad. It was a bad game.
I think Lamar should be playing more. I think Lamar should be playing. And when you got a young team like this, man, you need some veteran leadership out there. Let's get Danny Green in the mix.
Yeah,
I'd rather play Danny Green than Chetty, to be honest with you.
I don't think he could play any worse, and I think Danny Green's a better defender at the very least.
And he's won, 3 championships or whatever? Or a lot?
Yeah, I think so. Because he won Spurs, on the Cavs team when we won?
No, he won Spurs, Raptors, and Lakers. Yeah, 3-time champion. A lot of experience, though. But, put Danny Green in. And Ricky Rubio, he just hasn't been the same guy this year. Last year he was killing off the bench, tore his ACL. I know it's a hard injury to come back from, but it just hasn't been the same this year. Our bench depth is not good at all.
It's not. It hasn't been all year.
We need Karis LeVert to go out there and put up 20, 25 some nights just to carry the bench.
Which he very much is capable of doing.
That's a lot to ask.
It is. And Karis played too. It was just a bad game. And again, I hope that the one positive that we can glean from it is that as bad as we played, we still only lost by 4. And the Knicks were doing everything they could to beat us. So hopefully we win on Tuesday and we can steal a game at the Garden and then finish out the series here in Cleveland. But we'll see. I mean, I think this experience, win or lose the series, is going to be invaluable for the Cavs moving forward, especially with how young our roster really is. Our oldest player now, well, technically it's Danny Green, but our oldest starting player is Donovan Mitchell, who's 26. So this whole roster, really, really young. They played like it last night, so we'll have to see how things shake out. But on the bright news in Cavs news, Evan Mobley, Defensive Player of the Year finalist in year 2. How about that? That's
and he
impressive.
played more games than Jaren Jackson too.
Yeah, he did. And Brook Lopez.
Brooklyn. It's him and Jaren Jackson, the 1 and 2. He's played more games than Jaren Jackson.
Right. And I think if you actually sit down and watch the games, the impact that Evan Mobley has on games is just like far and above what Jaren Jackson.
They still don't use him properly, in my opinion. They should run the offense. They need to start running it through him. Basically, is what they need to do, because what they're doing is just not working. This ain't gonna work.
Right. And I think they will as he continues to develop. And it's always, you and me talked about this on the phone the other day. It's funny to me how the national media talking heads will talk about, oh, Evan Mobley's not developing fast enough. Oh, this, oh, that. And it's like, dude, this isn't the NFL. you cover the sport for a living, guys. Why are you saying he's not developing fast enough? He's in year 2. And he's a Defensive Player of the Year finalist, and he's averaging 18 points a game, which is 2 points more than Giannis in his second year. He's averaging 3 more rebounds a game than Giannis in his second year. And he's averaging about half a block more than Giannis in his second year. And Giannis, in my opinion, is the best player in the NBA right now. So and Evan Mobley's already took this Herculean jump in his second year to be a Defensive Player of the Year finalist in his second year. So I think Evan Mobley is advancing at an incredible level. And I think I'm excited to see what he does in year 3. I know they're going to probably try and bulk him up more over the summer.
I just don't think they've unleashed him enough yet. I don't think that when you watch their offense, they just do not, they don't utilize him properly. I don't think they don't get him touches enough in the close to the bat. They don't post him up enough. They don't put him in the pinch post. Set off screens enough, like play off the ball more. Because he's actually a very underrated passer when you watch him. Very underrated.
Oh, he's a great passer.
I think he's a pretty good passer for a big man. And they just don't
let him
go one-on-one top of the key. Who can stop? Not many guys are going to guard him going downhill. I just don't think they utilize him. I like Donovan a lot. Love Donovan. But I don't like when the offense just goes to pick and roll and it's just him and Darius just jacking up threes. I mean, that Mitchell took 16 threes yesterday.
Right, and I think Darius should probably be taking more threes. I think they should get Darius more involved in the offense. They don't give him enough shots a game for as well as he shoots the ball.
They get stretches. They just waste possessions.
Yeah, and again, that falls a little bit on coaching. I would say I do think they'll start to be more, like you said, pinch post, maybe a little bit more ISO heavy with him as time goes on. But in year 2, that is a lot to ask of any year 2 player, no matter how talented or good, even though I think Evan Mobley's completely capable of doing it. I do think, adding more to his bag of tricks as time goes on is just going to happen naturally.
All you're doing is utilizing his skill set more. That's all you're doing.
Right. But, in the same token, I think it'll come, the offense running through him and him alone. And I think we'll see him grow into.
I'm just saying, if they lose this series, that's one of the reasons why, because they're not more of a diverse offense yet, and they don't have the bench depth.
Right, and I don't know if we lose this series, if they look for a replacement coach, or if that even becomes a conversation.
Could,
but very well could, yeah. I know JB is well liked in that locker room, so maybe not. Maybe they just try and add more pieces and see. I mean, we need a better 3. We need, a better bench depth.
We need a better 3. We need a better big man off the bench. We need a backup point guard.
Yeah, we need a.
That's it, man. That's about it. Maybe a couple more veterans. They need more veterans in there. Just get guys that are solid. You won't need more, G leaguer guys.
Right.
We need guys that are proven and solid that can play some decent minutes.
Right. Well, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. But yeah, I mean, here's hoping for game 2 because
it was a Tuesday night. Yeah, Tuesday night at 7:30, game 2 in Cleveland. So we'll see. And can they contain Jalen Brunson? That's an issue as well. The fact that he can post guys up, and especially Darius, who's only 6'1", and $180. Very small. So Brunson was just going to work the whole game, and he just torched Darius, and the whole defense yesterday got torched by Jalen Brunson.
Right. Yeah, we weren't doubling enough too. It was such a weird game.
Yeah, but well, I mean, I guess we'll get into the rest of the NBA playoffs. We got who's playing? We got the Suns and the Clippers coming on tonight at 8. Looking forward to that one. We got the Heat and Bucks on right now. The Heat are up after the first quarter. And then earlier today was the Lakers Grizzlies. I think we had another one earlier, didn't we?
Lakers Grizzlies. Yesterday was the.
Oh, okay, that was the first game today.
Yeah, and then tonight we also have the Nuggets Wolves. That's the 10 p.m. game. Which I think the Nuggets could sweep them possibly, just because the Wolves are such a confusing team because they should be a lot better than they are.
They're not a well-constructed team.
They are not because you got Gobert.
Guys that fit. Yeah, that was a terrible trade.
And I think Anthony Edwards I think he's a great player. I love Anthony Edwards.
He is, but he hasn't played well. this playoffs. He didn't play well in the play-in game versus the Lakers. He played terrible. But
right.
Yeah. So I guess before we take off, we'll ask you, Dad, what's your take on the Cavs game yesterday?
Well, I only caught a few minutes of it. We were at Big Shots, but I didn't really. I don't know. I didn't really see what caused them to lose. I just know that they've had nothing but issues with the Knicks all year. I don't know if it's just a bad matchup, but can't make the playoffs. How long has it been since they made the playoffs? 4 years?
5 years.
5 years. You finally make the playoffs and you lose at home. So I just think if they don't win this series, Bickerstaff's gonna get fired.
Yeah,
Could be.
that's what it sounds like.
And here, I don't think a coaching change would necessarily be a bad thing for that team because, I mean, not everything is Bickerstaff's fault. I don't think. Like me and Joseph were talking about, like we don't have a lot of bench depth, and we're lacking like a really good three, or at least even a serviceable three. Like I like Okoro, but he just, you need your three to average more than 8 points a game, especially if that's your starting three. So. And not all of it's his fault, but a lot of blame does squarely fall on his shoulders, like the weird rotations, the in-game adjustments, which, like, it's not like football where, like, in-game, like, halftime adjustments, in-game adjustments really aren't that real of a thing unless, like, injuries happen. In the NBA, it's like you got to adjust. Like, like it's you're playing.
It's all
five
about
players.
adjustments and it's all about runs, and they're not. Dean Wade was the first player off the bench yesterday in the rotation. Dean Wade,
who's been hurt half the season.
Yeah, big D.
Put in Dylan Windler at that point. Jesus.
Danny Green didn't play at all. And then, like I said, I didn't like that John Mitchell took 16 threes. I just don't like that.
See, I didn't know that, but no wonder
you're settling on offense.
You better be hitting those because if you're not hitting, you're going to lose the game. You know what I mean?
I think.
And Mobley only got 13 shot attempts, and when he did, they weren't great shot attempts.
Yeah, I hope it was just a settle-in game and also we shot from three awful, so I don't know if Mitchell was just taking the brunt of the threes because, like, he's just trying to find a rhythm to start knocking them down because nobody was hitting threes. They definitely got to give Mobley more. Yeah, they got to get Mobley more involved, and they really, really, really need to give Darius Garland more shot attempts because they just haven't been. And it's been just killing him.
I agree. But, yeah, so how was I guess people were going to want to know, Mike, how was your first golf outing last night?
It was a lot of fun.
First time Mike's ever golfed?
More difficult than I thought it would be.
I got it.
Oh, don't show it.
Oh, you got to show it, dude. People want to see it.
All right. It's all right, dude.
It's all right. It's your beginner. It wasn't that bad.
First time I ever
Don't show the miss.
20 years ago, I missed 20 straight times.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. I only missed once.
Right.
Oh, you guys had a fun night, too. I heard Jeremy got a little wild, too.
What
was Jeremy up to last night, Mike?
Give us a breakdown.
Well, for one, Jeremy seems to be an excellent golfer, so I want to compliment him there. He was playing really well on that little digital course thing, which I still didn't know how that worked. I was just hitting the ball, but he was just partying, dude. Just having a good time partying with everybody. It's a good time. He at one point at the night, we had, and sorry for any family members of Joseph that may be listening, but we had a drink known as a blowjob shot. Coworker Holly purchased them for the bar, all of us, minus Joe, of course, he doesn't drink, but it's actually a good tasting shot. It just consists of Disaronno, which is an amaretto or an amaro. It's like a nut-based liquor. Bailey's, and then whipped cream. And how party women usually take it is they pick up the glass with their mouth and they tip it back to shoot it. And Jeremy very impressively did that. You know, he did it, and it was like that. It was like he just did it, and I watched it happen. And I was like, it was funny, but I was at the same time very impressed because that's hard. Jeremy was being impressive the whole night.
That he was.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, at one point when we were golfing, he was going to take his shirt off.
That big shot? Wow.
It's crazy. They're a good time though. Mike did good. Had Clay. Clay's good enough to where Clay is trying to. He's going to try to make the Open, the U.S. Open. He's going to try to qualify. That's how good he is. But he
Really?
had, he just couldn't
Damn.
stand there. He was getting ready to leave, and he just put his bag down and started helping Mike.
Yeah, Clay was awesome. Man.
Yeah, so Clay's going to make a golfer out of Mike.
I hope so. I mean, I had fun. I can definitely see the appeal. And I'm sure, like, actually out on a real course, it would be very relaxing.
Yeah, it is.
It definitely is, like I said, is harder than I expected. I didn't like making contact with the ball. I didn't find too difficult. It was more so just maintaining the form and the follow through, I think is what you call it. Like getting your hips right. Like Clay was even like, you got a good stance. You just need get the actual like motion down and turn it into muscle memory. But Corey kept trying to get me to use his club, which seemed like a very nice driver, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. It's like holding like it's like holding a $3,000 driver. I'm like, guys, I don't want to hurt it.
I want to hurt it.
All right.
And then it reminds me, Ben showed me these putters that were like $35,000 on eBay, and I don't know why.
A putter?
A putter.
Was it gold?
No.
I've never heard of that.
Started with a C, I think. It was on eBay.
$35,000.
Yeah, and some of them were like 50.
I don't know what the hell that is. I mean, the pros wouldn't use that stuff. I mean, they're using $250, $300 putters.
Yeah, like I don't know what the use of that is for. And if you bought something like that, would you even use it? If I spent $40,000 on anything that isn't a car or a down payment on a house, like what? Like you're gonna spend that on a golf club? I'm just putting that shit in a safe. Like I'm not using that.
No, that's $35,000. Golly.
That's
crazy.
You'll definitely like when you get on a golf course. Just how relaxing it is.
What's your favorite course around here?
There's so many. I've only played on. I mean, there's just so many golf courses, but I would say probably my favorite one I've played on. I mean, Boulder Creek was really nice.
Yeah,
that was really nice. I mean,
hard as hell.
It was just it was really long. Firestone was nice. Firestone South. I don't know. I like freaking Brookledge right here in the backyard. I mean, that's for a city-owned course right in our backyard. I mean, that's a great course. But there's so many.
Is it Foxden super close? What about that one? You been on that one yet?
Which one?
Foxden, is it? It's
I've never played there. No, I've never played there. I mean, Alan, stop. I like Turkey Foot. There's so many of them that are like so nice that I've never seen. So I like Raintree. That's where I played on that league a long time ago. I like playing there. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'll probably, now that I've been, I'll probably go back to big shots a couple times with like Corey or something. Get used to hitting the ball more. Maybe try some other clubs out.
Well, I would say go to like Downview, the lower end, the driving range, where where the golf course is, Brookledge is. There's a driving range right there, but you're teeing off on grass. and that's where you can really become better. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what you do. Is you'll get like a couple jumbo buckets and just start hitting balls. You know, use the things that like Clay told you. You know, and then just start applying it, and that's what happens. It's just the more swings you take, the better you become. But it's probably the hardest sport, though. There's like the hardest thing is being consistent. You know what I mean? Clay's just like he's good where he's just consistently always, driving a ball 300 yards. He drove a ball last night 325 yards.
Damn.
And he drives it where he wants to drive it. So, there'll be days where I'm golfing or Corey's golfing or Jeremy's golfing or everybody's golfing where, it's just one of those days where everything you're hitting, it's just spot on. You're getting good contact, you're putting the ball where you want. And you can do it for 9 holes, and then on the back 9, you just go to shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
The hardest thing is just staying consistent. That's what the pros do, and really, really good golfers do, which I'm not. So that's all right, though.
Okay, I think I got the video finally. I'm gonna try.
I found it. Let's see. I actually want to see how my stance looks, and I need a haircut. I'm starting to look like the lead singer of My Chemical Romance.
Hell, we'll be in the drop. Hold on, let me pull it up here. All right, Mike, I gotta ask you before we move off the Cavs. You think they win? Do they win the next game?
I think they bounce back in the next game. I am concerned about going to New York, though, tied. The series tied. I think if we lose Tuesday, we lose the series. We need to win Tuesday because we are not a good road team. So that's my biggest concern. I could see us winning. I thought we would have, for our best chances to win the series, and this might sound dumb or really we'll kind of like a no shit Sherlock thing, but truthfully, our best chance to win the series was going undefeated at home to start, and then that would have given us the opportunity to lose twice because we are that bad of a road team. So we'll see. I do think we win Tuesday, but I'm scared going forward.
Yeah. Do you think they win, Dad?
Yeah, I think they win.
All right. I hope.
Right.
I hope they win. Corey, where you at, Corey? Get your ass back up here and tell us about your Hawks, too. So, Corey I guess he was joking with him. He texted me earlier in the week, so we're going to beat the Celtics, and I just sent back, yeah, right. But I guess he was telling Mike we're going to get smoked, so I don't know. Corey's.
Oh, he did say that.
No, he did spun up last night.
He was like, shut up. Oh, yeah, Jeremy.
When the Cavs were losing the game right at the end of the game, just of course Corey's talking shit about the other.
The mood's down. Everybody's watching the game, and everybody's like, "Oh."
Yeah, Corey's
just throwing salt on it. Jeremy was ready to hit him with one of those clubs.
Yeah, he got madder than hell.
I hate that. Man. I hate when people do that. If I'm out with friends and one of them's like, "Oh, here we go." Oh, this is the first one. Come on.
Mike's first shot of the night for Mike Anthony.
Oh, yeah. It's
Michael Anthony's his first swing.
You didn't even
first swing.
Swung that thing so fast.
he looks so nervous.
Yeah. I was embarrassed, dude. I was like,
I think you made contact here.
Okay.
Okay. Don't just.
Yeah. So.
I wish you could have heard what Holly yelled at you.
Michael Anthony's his first swing.
Huh?
I wish on the video we could have picked up what Holly yelled at Mike.
Oh, we brought that up. Mike and I were talking about that earlier before we came on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Holly's been funny, man.
Yeah, Mike. What was Holly telling you last night, Mike?
She was saying a whole bunch of stuff.
What stood out the most? Shout out to Holly.
Shout out Holly. She kept telling me to shave my fucking mustache in her own words. She's like, shave that thing off. And I'm like, no, you're just jealous. Holly's a great time, man.
Yeah, she's pretty crazy.
Yeah, she's a good time.
Yeah, she's fun. She likes to have
her and her girlfriend were both fun. What's her girlfriend? Stacy, is it?
Stacy, yeah. Yeah, they're fun to be around.
Yeah, they're great people.
All right, well maybe we got a golfer now.
Bad, dude.
It's not that bad. I see what you're saying with my hips. Like I got to get my hips in these more.
Yeah, you got to get the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I got to make sure I can keep my right arm tucked.
Just go on YouTube and watch videos. Just watch play, you know what I mean? There's instructional videos, or I remember when I started golfing, I started watching a golf channel, and I was picking up pointers on there. There was like instructional things on there, and then I'd watch it, and then I go to the driving range, and then what I saw, I was applying, and all of a sudden, I was hitting the ball really well.
You know what I mean? How about repetition?
That's all. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's like when I
that's what I'm saying. The more I do it, I think the more I'll learn. I'm a learn by action kind of guy.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, it's like when I started working with Jim Gleisner and Dave Pence. And Dave, I saw you earlier at the park too. Dave was coaching softball at Silver Lake earlier. But anyway, when I started working with them, it was all just repetition. I went there every night from like 8 to 9 every night or later sometimes.
Several times a week.
Several times a week. We would just sit in that cage all night and just rap, and then have some coach there obviously to critique it. But yeah, it's all about repetition. Repetition and feel. It's like in football, knowing down and distance, knowing which club to use, which, all that jazz.
Right. And don't the pros use like caddies? Isn't that what a caddy is also for? Like, hey, what club you thinking?
Well, yeah, to get their opinion. But I mean, they're pro golfers for a reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, yeah, I get that. But I mean, those guys are caddies for reasons. So I mean, yeah, I mean, they get their opinion on shit. But yeah, I mean, it's helpful. So you figure them guys. How many times this guy's swing a club probably 2,000-3,000 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's just how much it takes, just how much repetition it takes. It's amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Mike.
Well, I have a newfound respect for it.
All right.
For sure. I want to get you guys' takes on who you think's going to win, or maybe you, Mike, because Dad, I know you don't watch all the games. But Mike, we'll go through the first round here real quick. So let's see. I know we've already played some games, but I want your pick on who you think is going to win. So the Knicks and Cavs. You still picking with the Cavs, or you staying with the Knicks? Or
I'm a homer. Got to stay with the Cavs.
All right. Nets Sixers.
Sixers.
How many games?
5. I'll give the Nets 1 game.
Do
you want to throw a pick in there, Dad?
Throw a pick in there?
Yeah.
The Nets Sixers?
Yeah.
I'll say they're sweep their asses.
All right. Oh, here we go. Hawks Celtics.
Celtics sweep.
I'm gonna say Celtics in 5.
5. I'm gonna take the Sixers in a sweep, and I'm gonna take. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take the Sixers in 5. I think the Nets can get a game, and then I'm gonna go Celtics. Yeah, they're sweeping the Hawks. Sorry, Corey. Warriors Canes. The Canes won game 1.
I'm taking the Kings. Taking the Kings in 6. I think the Kings are. I think they're really good. I love watching them play.
Warriors. I mean, there's too much experience on the Warriors. I say Warriors and 6.
I'm taking Warriors in 7. The game on right now, the Heat and Bucks. The Heat are actually up by 10.
Bucks. I'm still gonna take the Bucks. And if since they're winning right now, I'll take the Bucks in 5.
No, they're losing by 10.
Oh, the Heat are losing by 10.
No, the Heat are up by. I said the Heat are up by 10. I thought you said the Bucks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna the
I
Heat
see
will
what
win.
All right, yeah, you're good. All right, so you're still taking the Bucks in 5. All right.
Oh, absolutely.
Bucks and I'd say Bucks in 5.
Yeah,
Could go to 6. Though. The series could go to 6. The Heat are one of those weird teams.
Lakers, Grizzlies. Now, John Morant had a nasty hand injury today.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's why he didn't come back in the game either. It didn't look great. Anthony Davis came back in and played well. He had like 7 blocks today. Austin Reeves took over in the fourth quarter. Hachimura played well. And those are the 3 best players today.
What did he do? Punch a 16-year-old?
No, not that. But no.
It caught me off guard.
No, he didn't do that. Not again.
Unbelievable.
Not yet. But Lakers, Grizzlies.
I'm trying to find a quarter because
Mike,
that's
what
flip of the coin. I don't know.
I don't
know about that.
I'm saying Lakers in 6.
Me too. Lakers in 6.
Just
if John Morant stays hurt,
he's hurt. He's
John
going to be
Morant
injured. His hand's not right. His hand's not going to be right the rest of the series.
He won't be back. You think?
He could come back, but he's not going to be 100%. That's a shooting hand.
Man, that's a hard one, dude. I'll do the Lakers in 7.
I'm only giving the Lakers. I'm only giving Memphis 2 games just because the Lakers are so inconsistent. You know what I mean?
You never know what you're going to get from them.
Right.
They can come back the next game and just get 0 points from everybody off the bench. But
what happened to Terry Cloth? Did he come back?
He came back in. Yeah.
Just had a stinger.
I guess he played well today. He had 7 blocks.
Yeah, that dude plays well. They should win.
They could win the whole damn thing.
Right.
Or at least get there. I mean,
right.
The way the West looks, I mean, they can get there. That's always been the case with them, though. Clippers, Suns. This is a tough one.
Clippers.
Now, Paul George is. I don't know how long Paul George is out for, but he's out.
Clippers in 6.
I'm taking Suns in 7.
See, if Paul George doesn't play, I'm going with the Suns. I don't. Devin Booker and KD. It's too much. And now that he's got Chris Paul,
Kevin Durant he'll jog off the court wrong, or he'll be warming up, and a fly will land on him wrong, and he'll be hurt the rest of this series, and then they'll lose.
Well, you could be right, but if he's healthy, I'm taking them in 7, just because it's Durant, and I like Monty Williams.
If someone was holding a gun to my head and said, "Hey, an NBA player has to get hurt tonight that you pick. Like this has to happen. Like you have to guess which NBA player is going to be hurt tonight, or I shoot you." I would pick Kevin Durant 10 times out of 10.
No, I take Terry Cloth.
You take Anthony Davis.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Street clothes. Anthony Davis is my second, but
Terry Cloth. Because he's so soft.
Yeah. Shout out to Ticket TV. But he was going nuts today. But anywho, so the way our bracket is then, so that means we both. Are you taking the Cavs? You didn't give your pick there. Are you taking the Cavs or Knicks?
I gotta take the Cavs.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm taking the Knicks.
I'm gonna be honest. The way the refereeing was yesterday, I'm not blaming the game on the refereeing, but they certainly would like New York to win. Just put it like that.
I'm taking the Knicks. Knicks in 7.
I'm gonna go the Cavs in 7 just to be a homer, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lost. To be honest with you, but so you got the Knicks and the Bucks. So who you taking in that series?
Bucks.
What, sweep?
No, I mean I think if the Knicks can beat the Cavs, I think they're they shouldn't get swept by the Bucks.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Give them what, 6 games?
Yeah, I'd say probably 6 games.
All right. So, Mike, you got the Bucks and the Cavs. Who you taking out of that?
Bucks.
Yeah, there'll be a homer on that one. How many games?
6.
All right. So then we all have the same picks after that. So Philly and Boston. That's a tough one.
Philly. I think Philly. I think this year Philly can do it.
Damn, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough
one. And I'll say Philly. I'll give it 7 games. I'll do Philly at 7.
I don't trust either team.
I'm gonna say I gotta go with Boston. I think they're better coach. I got so much.
It's not
experience.
the same coach as last year.
Oh, I know. But this guy's done he's done a good job.
Yeah, it's been okay. I mean, yeah.
God, Embiid's so tough though. Good grief.
Shit, that's a tough one.
I just think Celtics are just a better all-around team. They're gonna be hard to beat in the Garden.
I'm going with Philly. I think Joel Embiid's gonna dominate that series. I would have picked Boston. I think Embiid's gonna dominate that, and plus Jaylen Brown's already looking elsewhere. Maybe leaving. I'm going with Philly. So then we got Philly, Milwaukee. Mike, we'll just finish out these. Philly, Milwaukee. Who do you like?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
And 6.
All right. So you got Milwaukee and Boston.
I'm switching to Philly.
All right. So you got Milwaukee and Philly.
Philly, because if Philly gets through the Celtics, they're going to beat Milwaukee.
All right. I like that.
Yeah, I just think you're right. If Embiid's going to have to dominate.
Well, and can James Harden, show up and, help in the fourth quarter? But they still got other guys, too. I mean, still got Tobias Harris, solid. Tyrese Maxey's a great player.
Middleton healthy right now?
Yeah, he's back, I think.
Okay. Yeah,
so
Milwaukee's still such a deep team.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Philly and the Bucks. I agree.
And I don't trust Philly.
Through Boston, I'm gonna take Philly. I think they'll have all the momentum.
All right.
I'll take Philly. So Mike's got the Bucks. We got Philly. So out in the West, Denver and who took the Clippers? Mike.
Yeah, I picked the Clippers.
So Denver and the Clippers. Who you got?
I'm gonna take Denver.
Okay, Denver. You trust Jokic?
I think I trust him a little bit more this year. I feel like Denver's a more complete team now.
Okay.
Michael Porter Jr.'s turned into a really nice young player. I mean, Jamal Murray is super inconsistent, but
should Jokic be MVP? No.
I think Giannis should be MVP. I wouldn't blame them if they give Giannis MVP every year until he retires, honestly.
So you and I got Phoenix and Denver. I'm taking Phoenix. And I'll take Phoenix in 5.
Yeah, I'll take Phoenix.
I'll give him 6 games.
I was going to say Phoenix in 6.
Yeah, I'll give him a nice little extra game. You and I took Golden State, right? Yeah, Golden State. Mm-hmm. Oh, Golden State and the Lakers. Mike, you took Sacramento and the Lakers. You took the Lakers, right, Mike? Yeah,
I did say the Lakers. Yeah.
So you got the Canes and Lakers, an old school rivalry there.
I am going to take the Kings.
Damn, all the way to the conference finals?
In my world, if they go through same kind of like argument that you guys use for the Philly-Boston thing, if the Kings are able to beat the Warriors, I think they can beat the Lakers.
So you have Denver and the Kings. That's the one matchup the league would not want on the TV ratings in the conference finals.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not picking either. But Lakers and Warriors.
I'm going with Lakers just have no depth. They're old as dirt. I go with Boston. No, not Boston, but Golden State. Golden State and 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah,
Let me change that to 7. I'm going to go Golden State and 7.
I'm going Golden State and 7 too. Barely though. That's a tough one.
Yeah, because
I'm not. I just you never know what you're going to get with the Lakers. Are they healthy? Are they the? At least with Golden State, you're getting. And Golden State still could have won that game yesterday. Steph had a wide open shot at the end to win it. He just didn't make it.
It'd be too tough for the Lakers to chase those guys. I mean, those guys running the screens, hitting those threes. I mean, over a 7-game series, the ball movement. I just think
LeBron don't have Kyrie with him this time.
Right. And they'll just wear down.
Yeah, I agree. So Mike, you got the Kings and the Denver Nuggets. I'm sure the league's just thrilled.
I'm sure the league, they're not gonna allow that.
Yeah. What you got, Mike?
The Sacramento Kings.
The Kings all the way to the
Yeah.
You're lighting the beam all the way to the finals?
Lighting the beam, dude. Get those cowbells ready, Kings fans. You're back.
I love when small markets make it, but okay. Mike's got the Bucks versus the Kings.
Goddamn right I do. The Kings are going to get swept by the Bucks.
Okay.
How
many games are they beating the Nuggets?
6.
What did he say? Corey said, Corey, why don't you get back up here? Giannis is out for the rest of the game. Yeah, Corey, come back up here. We need your take on Mike's golf swing and the Hawks. But so you and I got Phoenix and Golden State. That's going to be a hell of a series.
And if Giannis just got hurt for the rest of the playoff series, if that's what Corey just said, then
he's out for the game. Well, yeah, it messes everybody's bracket. Phoenix and Golden State.
I'm going Phoenix. Phoenix and 7.
I agree. Phoenix and 7, and Durant closes out game 7.
Yeah.
He shuts up people criticizing him last year.
I'm just riding Phoenix. They got the best player in the league.
When healthy, baby.
Yeah.
Him or Giannis. Oh, there he is. What's he eating? Your mic, you're muted.
Your mic's muted. We can't hear you.
You're muted. What is that?
Is that just some bread?
Oh, he's eating canes. He's
eating canes, baby.
Eating canes, baby.
I love how you left without saying anything and you just went and got Raising Cane's chicken.
Yeah, why you guys always dip out? You dip out. You never say bye to anybody. We're all standing there. We're like, where the hell Corey and Paige go?
No, Corey always does the Irish goodbye on here.
I can explain that one.
I don't know. I was tired.
I was tired. Did you see we had Mike's?
He always does this shit.
We had Mike's golf swing up here earlier.
Oh yeah, that was great.
We'll get to that in a second. We got to finish it. So Mike, you got the Bucks and Canes. Who you got? Bucks.
Stop
Assuming Giannis is playing. Yeah, I know. He took the Canes all the way to the finals.
Get him off here.
You're a Hawks fan. Shut up.
We're gonna get swept.
Yeah. And if it's the Bucks or the Kings, the Bucks are going to win their second championship.
Okay.
With Giannis.
So
Giannis
we
is
got
going to get a
Phoenix
second.
and Philly. I'm definitely taking Phoenix at that point.
Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix, dude.
What I said.
Got the best player in the league.
You're on dope.
Shit.
Who the hell you got going on?
Shit.
I'm always right. You know that. You always tell me that. I would say Phoenix and 6.
I'm taking
Phoenix is going to get their first chip.
Yep.
Yeah, Phoenix and 6.
Really?
Because they can put Ayton on Embiid. You got Chris Paul. You got Booker in the backcourt. Durant will be the X factor.
I wouldn't be mad if Phoenix won their first championship because I just want Steve Kerr to retire like a champion.
But Corey, who you got? In the
finals? Pick up your phone, Corey. We got feedback coming from you.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Who you got in the finals?
Yeah, what's your matchup, Corey?
How the scenario in the first round is gonna go.
Yeah, we'll go down the list for you. Who you got? So Bucks and Heat.
I'm gonna take Heat and 7.
Okay.
You telling me I'm on blow? You're on blow.
No, because listen here, Jimmy Butler in the playoffs. That's
Oh,
fire.
here we go.
Hey, honey, Corey's doing crack
Jimmy
again.
Butler-
Look at
Jimmy-
the Heat. Look at the Heat's record against the Bucks
Yeah,
though in the
can you
playoffs.
come here and be on the podcast and
Yeah,
tell
but
him to
look what
stop?
they've done in the second half of the season. They went to just garbage, dude.
You're fine. Look at me. I look like a garbage man.
And if
Jimmy
Yanni's
Look at
not
my
gonna be healthy,
mustache.
Jimmy Butler, the journeyman. Jimmy Butler's not leading anybody anywhere.
if Yanni's hurt,
Well, that's
All
a
right.
different story. These are all hypotheticals. If everybody's healthy,
Hey,
they're not
don't
beating
do
the Bucks.
I'm taking.
Oh,
I'm
she's
taking
got
the
a
Heat.
message for
You
you,
hear
Corey. Hannah
Heat
said,
and
"Don't
7.
do crack."
Hannah
Heat
said
and
not
7.
to stop doing crack.
Yeah, even Hannah says you're crack.
All right, Corey. Who do you got? We're playing this for Corey. What do you got next, Corey? And the Cavs next.
I'm taking the Cavs in 6.
All right.
Yeah.
I took the
And
Knicks.
there you go.
Celtics Hawks.
Celtics in 5.
Oh, you think you guys will steal a game?
I thought
We
he was
might
about to
get
say
a game
the
at
Hawks.
home.
Yeah.
We might get one lucky game at home, but
All right.
Where's Trae Young going to be playing next season?
I don't know.
Vietnam?
Not for Atlanta Hawks.
Shanghai Sharks?
He's trash. He goes ziggity boo
Oh.
on the court. Just
I'll
he's
never-
doing too much.
What does that even mean? He goes ziggity boo. What does
Like,
that mean?
Like, he'll dribble around the court. He'll try to find somebody open, then he'll just throw up a random alley oop, and then it's just a turnover every time. It's just he's not a good point guard. He'll
about
throw
Trae
up
Young?
random shot. Yeah, I don't think he's that good of a point guard.
He's
But
not a
he
franchise player.
How the turntables, bro. I remember.
I don't think he's a franchise player. And now he might get
Not
traded this
anymore.
offseason. Yeah. But so you got all right. So you took the Celtics. Now who you got in the Philly series? Philly.
Yeah, Philly. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Cavs, Bucks. Who you taking?
Well, I would have it would be Cavs and Heat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You took the Heat.
Yeah. I'd take the Cavs. Cavs in 6.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Cavs in 6.
Celtics and
We play the
Sixers.
Heat really well. If that happens.
He's got more comments in our team than we do. Celtics, Philly. Who you got?
Woo.
It's
I'm gonna take
hard to-
Philly in 7. I think Joel Embiid's just too much.
Yeah, I agree. Philly, Cavs.
Man.
Philly.
Again, I think it's gonna be Philly. Philly, I don't know, 6 maybe. Yeah.
All right, so you got Philly coming out of the East. Now in the West, Denver, Minnesota. Denver or Minnesota?
Yeah, Denver and 6.
Phoenix, LA Clippers.
That's gonna be a great series.
Yeah, starts tonight, by the way.
Depending on if Paul George can stay healthy, but they do have Kevin Durant and Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton,
Booker.
Devin Booker.
Nice. Yeah.
I still think the Suns are gonna win that series. I think it would go 7 though,
All right.
depending on Paul George stays healthy.
Sacramento, Golden State.
Man, that game last night, I
That
really
was
liked the
good.
Kings a lot. DeAndre Fox and what was the other kid's name?
Malik Monk.
Malik Monk.
He's turned into
They got a
an
nice
excellent player.
I like the
They
Kings
got-
squad a lot.
Yeah, up and coming.
Sabonis. I mean,
You got Mike Brown
But
coaching.
again,
them.
I don't know if you can keep that same intensity that the Golden State plays with. You know.
They still could have won the game at the end with one shot. He had a clear look
Yeah,
at it.
I think Golden State's probably gonna end up winning that series. I'd say Golden State and probably 6.
All right. Memphis Lakers. Now Jaw's hands jacked up now.
Yeah, I still like before the series. I think the Lakers are still.
Yeah.
I think LeBron in the playoffs is LeBron. And AD's playing a lot better.
Played great today.
I say the Lakers in 7, depending on if Ja's out for more games, it might be 6 or 5.
Yeah.
I'd probably say 6, though.
Denver versus Phoenix.
Damn. I like Michael Porter Jr. a lot.
Over Kevin Durant.
But, yeah, when you talk about Kevin Durant, yeah, I'd probably say Phoenix.
I thought you were about to take Michael Porter Jr. over Kevin Durant. I was like, what?
No,
All
I
right.
do like Michael Porter Jr. a lot, though. But
I like him too, but not over
not
Durant.
enough for against Kevin
No.
Durant, no.
No. All right, so you got Golden State and the Lakers.
I'm gonna take Golden State.
Okay. 7?
I'd say 6. I don't think that they're
Yeah.
they go up and down the court too much. I don't think they don't play good defense, LA. So
No. Phoenix versus Golden State.
I'm gonna take Golden State.
So you got Golden State and
7.
Philly.
Yeah, Golden State, Philly in the finals.
Who you like there?
I'm gonna go Golden State to win it all again.
Hey, you gotta go back to back. All right.
Yeah.
So you got Golden State. Mike's got the Milwaukee Bucks, and my dad and I got Phoenix.
Nice.
All right. What we got here? I don't know who this is. NYC The Truth. No one is talking that RJ grinds quickly combined for, well, if you can spell, combined for 3 for 21 shooting, and we still won. Well, I mean, neither team can shoot well from 3.
Man, you Knicks fans run like the CIA, bro. You guys come out from anywhere. Yeah, I mean, we didn't play well either, and we still only lost by 4. You guys, I mean,
Neither team
got
could shoot the ball,
rebounded by. No, it was a horrible shooting from both teams, but
Right.
we got out rebounded, which doesn't happen a lot, by like 20. You guys out assisted us. Like it was a good game, but like I think it's a close matchup, and I mean everybody agrees that the next Cavs series was going to be the best series of the first round of the playoffs, which I mean I think that's very true, just considering how close in talent that both teams are. I will say the Knicks do have a better bench. I think their starting 5 is just a little bit better, but yeah. Thank you for the comment.
Yeah, that's how it always
Yeah,
goes with the Knicks. When the Knicks win,
They still don't have a Donovan Mitchell, though.
No, but you know how it is in New York.
Mitchell,
Everything in New York's an overreaction, just like in LA.
Yeah,
That's how it goes.
I agree.
It's a big overreaction. But all right, so that's our picks for that. But Corey yesterday, we'll play it again, so we get Corey's take on it. Corey was the man behind the camera here on Mike's swing.
Man,
We're gonna get Mike's take.
First golf swing ever.
So,
look at that swing. Look at that form.
let's get right to it.
Look at that form.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
I had a Hawaiian shirt on and everything.
Okay. Don't just.
All right. So, Corey, what was your what's your reaction to Mike's swing?
It's not bad for the
And his
first time.
golf. What do you think his golfing career looks like from here on out?
We just got to get you out there, bud. You'll be all right.
Got to go back to the.
Keep swinging more and get you on the range. You'll get used to the form of swinging a club.
Right.
Golf's tough. It's a tough sport. It really is.
Yeah, we were talking earlier too. I guess Jeremy stole the night as well.
Oh yeah, Jeremy was he was acting wild last night at the end.
Wow.
Wild.
What was your
He was shaking his booty and everything. I was like, geez, what the hell is this dude doing?
Man, at one point, I almost fell on my back on the ground. I was laughing so hard.
Oh, he had me crying. I was laughing so hard. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. The funniest
Dude.
thing though is when Holly was like, something about Mike, thumb up his butt or something, thumb up his ass or whatever. That was
Yeah,
hilarious.
Mike's he's hitting the ball, and
Stiffy.
yeah,
Stiffy.
he was just so like uptight. Just you could see it like, and I'm like, just relax, dude, relax. So Holly starts yelling. She's like, relax. She's like, you need to relax. And then finally, she screams, I'm gonna stick my effing finger up your ass. I mean, she just screamed it, man, and everybody just looked. And she's like, oh
Yeah. She because it was so loud in there, but for like 10 seconds it went silent, and then she screamed at that moment. And it was like it was just one of those things. It's like when you're at school. That used to happen to me at school. Like I'd be having a conversation, I'd say something funny when the class was like silent, and then everybody would be looking at me, and it would be like, oh, you got me.
Yeah, she likes to have a good time.
It's always a great time.
She's always scheming with jokes. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
She's always got something, some plan, something going on. Like we got a plan for Jeremy. He don't know it, but we got a plan for Jeremy for the next.
I heard about this.
For the next one.
We're doing karaoke next time.
No, we're gonna do bowling next time. The ladies want to do bowling, so we'll do bowling. I like bowling.
They're bowling always gonna do karaoke.
I'm horrible.
Then they were talking about doing one of those rage rooms.
Oh, that would be cool.
Paintball.
Is there even one around here?
I don't know. Paintball.
Paintball would be fun. I love me some paintball.
Joy said the shooting range. Let's go to the shooting range.
There's certain ranges you can rent a bunch of guns. And shoot
Oh yeah, Range USA right by work. You can go in there and rent guns.
Try them out.
Yeah,
I'd be down for some paintball though. I haven't played paintball in forever.
You used to paintball, Mike?
Oh, all the time. Paintball, airsoft.
Mike, I gotta ask you. Tell us how many careers you've had. I've heard you've had a lot of careers.
He's a paramedic.
Over 50.
Would you like to tell us all these careers?
I'm timeless. I'm like you can find a painting of me in the Louvre. What you won't know is I'm actually an energy vampire. So what I do is I suck the energy out of everybody I talk to, and then I use that to live longer. So I've been on this earth for like 200 years, give or take.
200 years.
Alrighty. But yeah.
Fought in the Civil War.
So how many careers have you had? I've heard so many. My dad's told me you were a mixed martial artist at one point. Is that what I heard correctly?
You won like 100 fights in a row or something like that. UFC fighter.
You were a UFC fighter. You told him that a long time ago.
I did like do MMA in high school for a little bit, but I did it for like.
What was your record?
I can't remember. If I'm being honest, I can't remember.
All right. What was
But it was through what's that spot in Akron? I can't even remember. I was really young. I was like 15, 16. My dad was enrolling me in a bunch of different sports to try and figure out which ones I was good at. So he enrolled me in that. I tried baseball. I was good at baseball but didn't like it. I did basketball. I was good at basketball and I loved it. And then I loved football, but I sucked at it. And that was the biggest problem. I loved playing football, but my God, I was so bad.
all right? So I'm talking about your careers. Though. How many
You
careers?
played strong safety or free safety?
Strong.
Oh, nice.
What kind of you've been a car salesman? You've been a bartender. What else?
Paramedic.
Manager. I worked for the national park. I was a conservancy specialist or conservatory specialist, conservationist, I think is what they call it. I still have that cool hat, and I still have the hoodie they gave me.
What'd you
and
say,
I still
Corey?
they gave me a free mug.
That title, when you were at what was it again? Say that again.
Conservation specialist, I think, was my official title. But really, all we did was I worked at um, the fuck, what's it called? You know where like weddings are hosted in the national park?
Yeah.
That big like long cabin. It's like right around the corner from me. Why am I blanking on the name of it? Happy something. Happy Days Lodge. That's what it is.
All right. What other careers
It was
have you had?
based. I worked at Burger King.
King.
Yeah, in high school I worked at Burger King. I worked at a pawn store. That's what I did right before I sold cars. I worked at a pawn shop that basically it was a pawn shop, but it wasn't. They dealt with all the collectibles that pawn shops generally use. So it was a pawn shop and everything other than they didn't pawn anything. Because what a pawn actually is like a pawn is like a loan. Basically, you take out on an item. You give this item to a pawn shop, and they'll give you an amount of money, and then you have like a week to pay it back, or they keep the item. That's what an actual pawn is. But it was just buy and sell place. They had coins, comics, cards, a bunch of different collectibles. I worked there for like 3 years. That was actually a lot of fun. Sold at 3 different dealerships. No, 4. 4?
Yeah, 4. Yeah, because you went to the one place before you went to. Remember you had to.
Yeah.
For like 2 weeks.
Wait, so
All right. Well, Mike's been
Went
around.
Barber, went to Liberty, came
Chevy,
to Sarasota, back to Barber, and now you're in Arlington.
Yeah, so 4. Yeah, selling Fords was weird. That was a weird store. But yeah, I've actually done a lot when you think about it. And I worked at like 3 different bars, too.
Corey, what'd you say Mike was? He said he told you?
Paramedic.
Really?
Yep. We had a real live paramedic at the basement one night.
I heard about that.
Yep.
Mike was.
But,
Mike's not
Yeah.
taking it. Mike's starting to hear about it.
Mike said, "Shut the fuck up."
All right, he's starting to hear about it. But
wait,
yeah.
I would finish the heart, but like I can't because I'm holding my phone with the other. Let me see if I can. Wait. There you go. See that? It's real.
Yeah, Mike sent me a photo. Mike's gonna get a parrot now.
Yeah, he's the bird.
Oh, you like
He's
that?
the bird
Yeah,
man.
the Birdman.
He's
It was a cockatoo.
the bird man.
Mike's
We were
the
at
bird
the
man.
basement getting some chicken wings the other night, and he had a
Yeah.
bird on his shoulder.
There you go. That's Birdman.
There it is.
Yeah, dude. The cockatoo.
He got his own new friend at the basement.
There's the
That
other
thing
one.
looks awesome.
It's Birdman.
That's a great photo right there.
That is.
Its name was Baby. It's a 30-year-old cockatoo.
They had it at the basement.
Yeah, he was just. Well, so I talked to the guy for like 30 minutes. Like, Corey's like, "Where were you?" I'm like, "Dude, I was hanging out with this bird, man." It was such a cool. It's such a cool animal, dude. And I was like talking to the guy because I've always wanted one. And I was interested, and I was like, because I know they live a long time. They can live like 80 years in captivity. In the wild, they live over 100 years. And I was talking to the guys. So, like, first question, why is it here with you? And he was saying that he only owns her. And he goes, I work from home. If you own one of those, you have to own 2. Because if you don't, they get this really bad separation anxiety and they'll actually self-harm. They'll like pluck their feathers out.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's really bad for them. Obviously, birds need feathers. So they'll pluck their feathers out and self-harm because they'll get like anxiety and depressed without another bird or their owner there. So he's like, I don't own another one because she's already 30. I don't want to introduce another one, and I work from home anyway, so I just take her everywhere. And like most places don't mind. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, can I take a picture with your bird? And he was like, as long as it's on your shoulder. And I was like, dope. I get to hold the bird. So he put her on my shoulder, and she was just hanging out. Started nibbling on my hair a little bit, though. And he's like, "Oh, she won't like. She's used to people. She won't like hurt you." I was like, "Cool."
Mhm.
Because apparently he was telling me, he's like, they got 1000 Ti tech. They could rip a finger off if they really wanted to. And I was like, thank you for telling me that right before you put her on my shoulder. I appreciate that.
Right. But
But yeah,
no, Corey, we're 12. We got Corey up here now. We wanted to get into this earlier. Most sports fans are looking forward to. 12 days from now, is it, Mike? We got the NFL draft.
whoa.
Hell yeah.
Corey's a Falcons fan. Mike and my
Got
dad
the
obviously
eighth
were
pick.
going for the Browns. We're gonna be going live that night. And we'll start with Corey's Falcons with the 8th pick. You know, it seems like Lamar's out of the running now. You know, you're rolling with Heineke.
Are they?
Heineke.
Are they?
Heineke.
I know who they're picking.
Heineke and Ritter.
I know who they're picking. No, it's not going to be Heineke or Ritter.
Don't tell me
I
Anthony
know who
Richardson.
No. No, they didn't meet with Anthony Richardson. You know who they did meet with on an
Will
official
Levis.
visit? They met with Will Levis, future quarterback
No,
of the Atlanta Falcons.
Why
We're
would
not
you
gonna
go
have-
with? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
we're not going to draft a quarterback.
Sign a
What?
guy and then draft another one.
Yeah.
Well, Taylor Heineke's a good pro. He's your backup. Desmond Ritter's your third string or your practice squad guy because he sucks.
They named Ritter to starter.
Okay, then Ritter's your
Ritter's gonna
backup.
be our
Taylor
starter.
Heineke's a third string guy.
They named Ritter to
Most teams
starter.
keep three quarterbacks.
We'll probably
Well, Corey,
end up
what do you see going there, Corey? What do you think they'll do
at 8.
at 8?
Either a defensive end or a corner. I mean,
Yeah, no, in all seriousness, it's going to be Gonzalez.
Christian
I
Gonzalez.
hope it's Weatherspoon.
Yeah,
I like Weatherspoon out of Illinois.
I think Gonzalez is
You could trade up and
overall.
get like Will Anderson or Jalen Carter.
So, here's an interesting tidbit. Speaking of that, did you guys hear that the Texans might not take a quarterback and they are absolutely in love with Will Anderson? I don't know if that's just
I heard-
like smoke.
Yeah, I heard they might trade with the Colts and then have potentially 2 back-to-back picks and get Jalen Carter and Will Anderson.
Why?
Oh my God, be filthy.
That's
You have
Because
C.J.
you know
Stroud and Bryce Young sitting there, and we're going to take a pass rusher and another pass
D'Amico
rusher.
Ryans is
Well,
defensive. He's a
maybe they're
defensive
higher
guy.
on. Yeah, D'Amico Ryans is a defensive-minded guy, and next year you have Caleb Williams and Drake May, is it, coming out?
You tell me
So-
Caleb Williams is better than Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. He's the next
I
Kyler
mean,
Murray.
I would go for one of those 2 quarterbacks, but I've heard that they might be going towards the defensive side of the ball.
Right.
What do
I
you
mean,
think-
that team.
What do you think? What do you think of that, Dad? Would you pass on Stroud and Young for a
I'm
pass
not-
rusher and Caleb Williams next
I
year?
wouldn't.
No,
If I'm the
absolutely not.
Texans,
Caleb Williams. I mean, this guy painted his fingernails, dude. This isn't a guy you bring to Texas. You know what I mean? They're not passing. And
or
he's not-
Drake May.
I don't know what the fascination is with that guy. I mean, what is
Really
the
good.
fascination with Caleb Williams?
He's really
not
good at
even
football.
good. No, he's not.
No.
I've
Dude,
watched some Caleb
he
Williams.
stunk in that freaking bowl game. His team got lucky enough to get up to the 4th spot, and he couldn't get shit done. Guy's terrible. So no, they're not going to.
I mean, or they're high on Drake May. Which college was he out of?
what do you,
Drake-
why do you like this Caleb Williams?
Drake
guy,
May's
dude?
really good. I like Drake May.
No,
What college was he out of, Joseph?
Who? Drake May?
Yeah, I know Caleb Williams is out of USC, but I can't remember
Drake May. I can't
off
remember
the top
either.
of my head.
I do like him. I saw some mistake. Oh, North Carolina.
North Carolina. That's right. Yeah, I
There's
really
another
like
kid
Drake.
somewhere else too. Coming out next year. So
Oh,
it's pretty good. I heard the other day.
Van Dyke out of Miami.
Who?
The
No,
kid, the
not-
guy out of Miami.
Not Van Dyke.
Oh, my word.
Corey says he's going to Myers. He'll call us back. He's out and stuff. But nah, there's another one. I can't remember.
There's a
his
bunch of
name.
guys. There's a bunch of really good college quarterbacks out there. And so what I was going to say with the Texans, I don't blame them if they don't go quarterback. I don't if they really are that high on Will Anderson, and I
You
think
got to
Will
take a
Anderson can do that.
quarterback.
Well, look at the Browns, right? Remember the Browns when we drafted Myles Garrett? We didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah, but
We loved Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett was the number 1 overall pick because we thought if they think Will Anderson is really worth the 2nd overall pick, or
do you really
they
think Will Anderson's Myles Garrett?
No, but I think he can be from the get like a 9-10 sack guy, which is going to be the highest on that team. And
But
if they think he can turn into
Myles
more,
Garrett, you expect Myles Garrett to be arguably the best player in the league one day,
right?
just off of raw.
My-
That's why you
Oh,
took
yeah.
number 1. Now you can
Right,
still make
and-
the argument they still should have took a quarterback. You could still make the argument. I mean, but
Wasn't Watson?
They just
in
have
the
so
same
many needs.
they could have got Watson
Yeah.
at 12. Yeah,
Okay,
They could have got
so you skipped on Watson, and now you had to come back around and go through all of this failure and pay
you
this
could have had
guy
Mahomes,
$250 million guaranteed when you could have just drafted him.
and you could have had Mahomes.
Right.
And well, I mean that without those picks though, we don't get without those picks with the Texans, we don't get Nick Chubb or Denzel Ward either. So I mean, it worked out in the end because those picks did ultimately become Denzel Ward and Nick Chubb.
But
so
most of the time when you're sitting there, you take the quarterback.
But I get what you're saying, Joe.
Always take the quarterback.
But I'm not saying either one of those guys is Deshaun Watson either. I mean,
right? No,
that's not like Stroud. He didn't have the career that Watson had in college.
No, Deshaun was insane in college. But my argument what I'm getting at, my point, I guess, is the Texans have so many needs that with offense, defense, special teams, that if they think and they are in that love with Will Anderson, I don't think the Texans can make a bad pick per se because they have so many needs. If they have, if they like the quarterbacks, but they love Will Anderson, they take Will Anderson. I don't really think there's anything wrong with that. Will Anderson is, I think, one of the most talented pass rushers in the past couple of years that we've seen come out. I think he's better than Aiden Hutchinson, who went 2nd. I think he's better than Trayvon Walker, who went 1st overall. I do. I really do. Watching him play, watching his college tape, I think he's a better prospect overall. I think he's a better athlete. I think his speed is better. I think his hand placement is way better than Hutch. I don't think he was a better prospect than Chase Young. I think he can maybe end up being a better pro, but Chase Young he had all the hype. Chase Young was a great prospect who's unfortunately dealt with a lot of injuries in his pro career. But I don't think there's a bad pick for the Texans. That's all I'm getting at. I won't fault the Texans if they decide to go Will Anderson or a Jalen Carter just because they have so many needs.
It sounds like Stroud's going number 1 to Carolina. That Carolina, and I've been saying for McCown. McCown loves Stroud. They're going Stroud. So
I've heard that.
Do they really not like Bryce Young at number 2? Do they think maybe he's just too small, or too?
Well, I think Bryce Young's too small.
So I mean, in that scenario, if you look at it like that, maybe you should take the pass rusher,
right?
There's that argument.
If you don't think this guy's the guy, then why draft him?
No.
But there's so much smoke out there with the Carolina pick because, I know what you're talking about. Josh McCown does like C.J. Stroud, but recently, I don't know if they are because something just came out 2 days ago that they feel like the air in the league is that the Carolina really likes Bryce Young and they think that's who they're taking. That just came out legit 2 days ago. I just read the article. So I don't know if they're just putting out a bunch of smoke because they've said every report has come out different. So I think they're just trying to confuse teams. I honestly can tell you.
It should be C.J. Stroud. It should be Stroud.
I think Stroud ends up a Colt if they don't get Lamar. I think that would make the most sense. I could also see the Raiders trading up for him. That would be an interesting matchup.
I think Lamar's going to the Commanders.
Yeah,
that would be a great.
Matty Johnson's the owner now, or part owner. Bieniemy's gonna become the head coach probably in the future. And then you got Lamar in there.
From what I've understood about how that's worked too, we didn't even touch on the sale of the Commanders. Is Josh Harris, who's the co-owner of the Sixers, and Magic Johnson are co-owners, but where Josh Harris is very involved in basketball, Magic Johnson wants to be more involved in football, which is kind of funny when you think about it, how Magic Johnson, the basketball Hall of Famer, wants to be more involved in the football ownership. But yeah, maybe they go for Stroud because or I'm sorry, Lamar, because of the new ownership. I wouldn't fault him, and I
I
think
like
that would
that
be a
fit
great
too. That's a great fit for him
I love
because
that.
they got one receiver, they got Terry McLaurin to one read. You know, what I mean, you got one tight end, you got
And
one
Jahan
running back.
Dotson. I like
Yeah,
Jahan
John.
Dotson a
But
lot.
I think it's a good system for him, a good simple offense to settle into with the enemy. I think he'd develop really well in that. I think it'd be a good system for him. I think the
Great
Commanders,
young
I
running
think, would be
back, Brian
perfect.
Robinson.
If you put him in a place like Miami, I don't think he would have did well. Or a place, where he's got to spread the ball around. I think that would be perfect because they have a running back too. What's his name?
Brian Robinson.
Brian Robinson. Yeah, I like that a lot. They got what's his name too. They got Curtis Samuel still. You can do a lot with
Yeah.
him. I like
They
that.
like they got a good young tight end too. I like the Commanders as a team, and their defense is always good. They need like a corner or two, but
I
it's a
do
good
have.
team.
I got to ask you one thing, Mike. Do you think Bijan Robinson falls to 9?
Oh, absolutely. I think
Because
he'll be
if I'm the Bears, I'm taking Bijan at 9.
really
I'm not letting him go to the Eagles at 10.
I disagree, but I think the Eagles would take him. It's just the Bears have too many needs.
Yeah, but
the
they
Bears.
have to help out. They got to help Fields. I think the one way you help Fields, if you go back and watch the tape on the Bears last year, when they run the RPO, it's too predictable because everybody knows what they're doing. If you throw in
And I get that.
Bijan Robinson's gonna be a home run hitter in the league. He's gonna be a great running back. If you
I agree.
You put him up there with Stroud. It helps Stroud out a lot because it gives Stroud more options. They got tons of picks. You're not going to solve it all in 1 year anyways. So
I think they go.
I would take Bijan.
I think they go Broderick Jones. I think they get a tackle because I agree with you. They need to help Fields, but their offensive line is atrocious. And I think they take a left tackle. And I do agree they need a running back, but they have 2 second-round picks. One of those can easily be, a running back, Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, Alabama prospect. You can get him in the second probably, and then get him another receiver, like a true 3. Because I like Darnell Mooney. You got DJ Moore now there.
Yeah,
but
I would go Bijan at 9. I think you put Bijan back there with Fields. I think
that would be wild.
I think it would tremendously help out, but
I have to go off camera for 5 seconds. Hold up.
Okay.
What's he doing?
Yeah, go off camera for a second. Do you think Stroud's going number 1?
He should go number 1. I'd be surprised if he didn't go number 1, but I've seen goofy things like that in the draft.
Yeah.
I think he should go.
I agree.
The way he looked in the Georgia game, and then the way he looked in his pro day.
He's the whole prototype too.
Yeah, he can throw the ball.
What do you think the Browns are going to do?
Yeah.
Already at 74.
Right. Who knows if the 74th pick? You know what I mean?
Do you think they'll trade up for 74? Oh, you're good. Because they have 2/3, 2/4, and 2/5. So they
can't trade it up into the second.
They can trade up for sure. Maybe
I think they definitely trade up at least once. You know what I mean? If they have picks.
I'm gonna be honest, Mike. There's one guy I think we would fit perfectly with Shorts. Had a really great. His skill set's great. We need him. We need a linebacker. If you can trade up and get Jack Campbell, unless he falls to you, I really like that. I like Jack Campbell as the fit. I think Jack Campbell will be what you need at middle linebacker, just a gritty grind captain. Go watch him in Iowa. His coverage skills are great athlete. All over the field, sideline to sideline, racking up. That's what we need. We need our own version of like Devin White.
Right. I like him a lot. I don't think we trade up for him. There's So there's 2 players we met with at the combine and hosted them a pro day. Jack Campbell, we didn't even meet at the combine. We didn't host him at a pro day. We did meet with a linebacker, but it's
Doesn't
Trenton
mean they're not
Simpson.
interested in him though.
No, but generally,
There's been a lot
the
of guys who've
way.
never met with anybody that got taken high or traded.
No,
up
that's
for.
true.
That happens all
But
the time.
how Andrew Berry has been doing it since he's been here, it's mostly the guys. Like I think out of the however many picks, I think 80% of the picks we made last year were players that we had met with at the combine and hosted them. So the only linebacker we met with is Trenton Simpson out of Clemson, who's very good too, who's like a high second round grade. But who I really like for the Browns to pick is they've met with him at the combine. Spent a lot of time at his combine. They went to his pro day, and then they hosted him. It was Gervon Dexter out of Florida. He's a defensive tackle who has a really high second round grade. And I think if there's anybody they move up for, it's probably Gervon Dexter or Jalen Hyatt, the receiver out of Tennessee.
I was going to say Hyatt because Tennessee's a Tennessee product. Hyatt, the receiver. Would you trade that Hyatt for him?
It depends. Like, I don't know if I would. I would for Gervon Dexter. I watched some of his Florida tape after, the Browns were really hot on him. And he looks good, especially with we don't know how this Perion Winfrey stuff is going to shake out. He got arrested.
I don't know if Perion makes it to the fall down the team, to be honest.
I don't know either. That's where I'm at.
And that's some pretty serious allegations.
What are the allegations? I haven't seen it.
I'm not gonna bring it up.
He got arrested for.
Well, maybe just give like a PG version of it.
PG. He got arrested for assault on his partner. So.
Oh. So domestic. So he got a domestic.
Yeah, and a restraining order's already been filed, and I don't know. I don't want to put. Obviously, can't say something. I mean, not everything's out there, anyways. But domestic thing.
That's all we know.
Yeah, it's more.
And then he's already.
That's all we know. But not pretty serious situation. Don't know anything. Honestly, if he gets, I think he got bonded out, didn't he? Or did he get? I know he got arrested. Did he get bonded out?
Yeah,
he bailed him. Yeah, it was like
Tank went up and got him.
Yeah, I'm sure Tank did. No, he got arrested, and it was out of state. It was in the where was it?
I think his home state of.
What is his home
Where's
state?
he from? Georgia or Mississippi or something like that.
Somewhere there. Yeah, it was out of state, but yeah, it's serious allegation. And but I just think they're gonna piss around with that.
So did he violated a restraining order?
No, after the incident occurred, there's already she went ahead and immediately filed one.
Oh, I was gonna say, man, you violate a restraining order. Whew.
Yeah, if you actually read
there's been problems with Perion since he's been here. He's had issues.
Right.
I think what was it? Showing up late? Was it showing up late? Yeah. Was it? Sounds like
showing up late. There was a screaming match involved with coaches. And here, you're not a first round prospect. You had a high second round grade. The Browns took a chance at you because you were picked 140. He
should have been picked higher. He should have been picked higher, but he fell for.
But everybody knew about this.
Right, he fell for a reason. They took a chance on him. It was.
And I don't blame him. Fourth round pick for that.
Fourth round. High reward.
He's a talented football player, but he's, at this point, I think it's best. I mean, if the Browns figure it out and keep him, whatever. But at this point, I think if they do cut their losses, which I think more likely they will. We would trade up for a talented defensive tackle prospect. Gervon Dexter.
I just don't think they have time to piss around anymore. If you're not doing it, then you got to go, bro. He came in doing all that hooting and hollering, he came in doing all the the hollering and hooting and all that on us when he got drafted, and everybody got all excited for him. And we all know the raw talent, but if you got all these issues and it's just you're not getting the result on the field either, it's just kind of like. Time to move on. Yeah. You go draft somebody else.
Yeah, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, but we're in a position now. We don't have time to wait anymore. We got to go now.
Yeah, it's a shame. So, I hope he works out his life. Yeah, I hope he turns around his life, and I don't wish ill of him. I don't think anybody does, but it's if in a football professional standard, I think it would be best for the Browns to move on. And if that's the case, which I think more than likely it will be. and how interested they have been in Gravon Dexter, I think that would be a trade up prospect. Or unless they're just blown away by Jalen Hyatt and they think they can trade up for him realistically, maybe him. But otherwise, I think they might let the draft fall to him. There's a couple guys who might be there in the third that are some interesting prospects. Keanu Benton out of Wisconsin, I really, really, really like. He could be there in the third. There's
Ivan Pace.
Ivan Pace could be there in the fourth. I agree. I like him, or Henry 2020 out of Alabama.
I've
could
seen
be there in
him.
the fourth.
Yeah, Henry. I like him. I like Zach Harrison possibly for defensive end.
Zach Harrison, I think, would be interesting to move inside. I think he could be a 3-tech in the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't think he's got the speed.
I'll be honest.
to be
I
a
didn't watch
defensive end.
tape on this guy, Mike, but you kept telling me about him. I finally went and watched tape on him. I'm on the train now. I'm on the Jonathan Mingo train.
Thank you. Yes, I told you.
I like
Love my
him.
Ole Miss.
I still like Michael Wilson too. Michael Wilson's gonna be a pretty good player, I think. But I like them both. But Jonathan Mingo, I think I really like that pick too. I wouldn't be mad at that pick at 74.
I wouldn't be mad. He's there at 74. I'd take Jonathan Mingo.
Big body, speed, acrobatic catches. I mean, the dude has all the skill sets. I like him more than Michael Wilson. Hell, I even like Tyler Scott too. But yeah, I mean, Dad, what do you think? What would you like them to take first? What position do you think they need to target more? I think if they can I think they should try to get Jack Campbell, the linebacker, personally. But
I say linebacker. They
never had one.
No, they haven't.
That's Mr. Quell.
God, it's such a, and it's. I mean, that's the guy that leads your defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't think linebacker's that big of a need for us.
I disagree.
Everybody. I get it. I mean, we definitely need more like marquee names, especially after Anthony Walker went down. But the overall play didn't suffer a lot when we had like Reggie Ragland in there and Deion Jones and all these just guys.
Glue back.
I think
old guys in there.
Yeah, right. I think it more so like if we shore up that defensive line even more with more defensive tackle depth and even defensive end depth, that linebacker will play better. Like you can just plug in a fourth round pick, Henry 2020, or Dorian Williams out of Tulane.
I do like Dorian Williams a lot. I watched him against Cincinnati.
Yeah, I like him. He's a little undersized.
When he played against Cincinnati, he put on a show.
Yeah, or an Ivan Pace.
I like Ivan Pace a lot. My buddy coached him in college. Shout out to Debo in Wisconsin. But
what scheme does Schwartz play?
It's a 4-3, regular old 4-3.
4-3. He loves like the blitz. No, he doesn't like the blitz. He's not like Brian Flores type blitz, and we're send the house, which we were looking at. But it was more. He does like the blitz the linebackers. He likes to send some corners here and there. He likes to like dial it up in a way. He's more
right. He likes will linebacker blitzes, which JOK is your starting will, and he's fast. So,
it's gonna be an aggressive defense. They're gonna press. They're gonna be really aggressive, but they're gonna scheme it up here and there. He's more of like a puppet master out there, which is what you want.
Right. He's more of a I'm going to scheme the defense this week for whatever team we play rather than we're going to have this defense we run.
I just think if you can get a guy like Jack Campbell and pair him with JOK, because I think JOK is going to bounce back. I think he's had a lot going on last year too, personally. But
I agree.
That was too much for him. But I still think the raw talent's still there. Though. The dude's going to be. I think he's still going to be a bad dude. But I think if you get a guy like JOK and Jack Campbell, now you got the opportunity. I think Schwartz might send two linebackers on occasions. Might send them both. If you're running like the 4-2-5, they might run that occasionally. I mean,
right.
I
think. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't be mad with Jack Campbell. I just think, if you can shore up that defensive tackle room, if you can. And I don't know how many picks they would realistically trade to move up unless they really, really love a guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, again, I don't think they're picking. We have 8 picks in this draft. I don't think we have 8 roster spots. I think we maybe have 5.
They got to trade up.
So yeah, trade up or don't be surprised.
You can't bring that many rookies up in here.
Don't be surprised if we trade picks for next year's picks.
I
You
won't
know,
be mad. I think you could. I think you could trade up, and you could even trade up and still acquire a future asset too, like a fourth, a fifth. That happens
Right.
all the time. Maybe give up a player we have. I don't. I mean, I think they
Right.
gotta get creative with it. You got 2/3, 2/4, 2/5s. You gotta unload some of those. We don't need that many rookies.
Right.
Well, yeah, in third and fourth, fifth round guys. I mean,
Right.
we're not building for the future anymore.
No,
Now
we're here
we're
to
trying
win
to
now.
win. They have to
Right.
win. They got a window. They have to be aggressive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is there any veterans out there? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying you can't. If you got a guy that's in the first or second round, and you think this guy's he's gonna pan out, or certainly let's say second round,
Mm-hmm.
you think this guy's gonna pan out for? I mean, you know for certain. You got to go for where you're at. All the money you got to invest in all these players, your fan base, the failures you've had. You got the short window with your salaries you got in place. You got to go. You got to trade up.
Mm-hmm.
Can't sit there and hope that that this third round pick pans out or fourth or fifth. I mean, I know
Right.
third round picks are still really good picks, but
It's Chad texted me and said Bo Bell. Remember that in the 2008 draft they traded back. They traded back all the way to the fourth round to make their first pick and took Bo Bell,
yeah, Bo Bell.
the high motor. He said out of Nevada. Bo
I
Bell.
think the fact that they have 6 picks in those 3 rounds is just to move up.
Just to move up. Yeah, I agree. Mike, is there any veterans out there? Any free agents still you look at, or?
Yeah, especially on the defensive line. I mean, Al Woods is still out there.
What happened to
Matt
that?
Ioannidis. I really like Matt Ioannidis.
What was he talking about?
If I don't know why he hasn't signed anywhere, honestly, because he played really well with Carolina last year. And I think with everything going on with Perrion, I think it'd be a no-brainer to sign Matt Ioannidis. Great 3-tech prospect.
Mm-hmm.
Shore up that line. You could have a rookie and Maurice Hurst do snaps in there. Like Matt Ioannidis could still play all 3 downs. Hi, Joey.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hannah says hi from the other room.
Hello.
We had Corey and
She
Paige
said
a
hi.
little bit ago. Corey was at Corey? He was at Raising Cane's, and
Cane's.
now he's at Myers and stuff.
Well, I made wings and I made pizzas, and
I had
now
some Swensons.
now we have the brownies in the oven. So
Ooh.
Yeah, Mike had Swenson's earlier, and he was bitching about the shrinkflation as well.
I thought I was
Yeah,
going
the burgers are smaller.
Just small. And
Yeah,
they're not the
I
same
thought I was going
quality.
crazy.
It's not
No.
the same quality either.
right,
I was like,
like
I
a
didn't-
double cheeseburger is as big as the regular old single cheeseburger. Now.
Mhm. And it's $20.
All right. Well, have a good night, Mike.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Cheers.
Oh, cheers to you.
Wait, what was your perspective of Jeremy last night?
What do you mean?
We heard Jeremy put on a show. Jeremy put on a show last night.
Oh yeah, the twerk master.
Yeah. All right.
No, he's got some moves. That's
Jeremy's,
for sure.
Jeremy's Torgulator. Gosh.
Yeah,
he's
he just
gonna-
needs to wear the full-size bodysuit now while he's twerking.
Yeah, I guess they ordered him that. They got him a full size
Leopard bodysuit.
leopard bodysuit. We're gonna have Jeremy then.
That's awesome.
Mike, did you
That's
have a good
pretty
time last night?
Yes, I did. I had a great time. I didn't know the golfing is harder than I expected, but
Yeah.
I did have a good time just whacking them, and
Right.
yeah, the drinks are way overpriced there though, weren't they?
Right.
That was crazy.
No. What are you guys talking about?
Football.
Place.
Nice.
All
Talk about the draft and Browns needs and whatnot.
Yeah.
I went to my first Browns game last year.
Oh, I'm going to a bunch this year.
Yeah,
We'll have to all go.
it was
Go to the
fun.
Hall of Fame game.
It was a lot of fun. Hopefully, I want to go to Ohio State game next, though.
Was it the Hall of Fame game, Mike, against the Jets?
Yeah, the Hall of Fame game this year. So I think we should go to all of us. This is the first time the Browns have been at the Hall of Fame game.
I remember my dad and I. That was the coldest. Every time I hear an Ohio State game, I cannot think of when him and I went to Ohio State Illinois game. The year they won at 14.
That's sad.
It was a night game. Yeah, it was a night game against Illinois, and we're walking over this bridge after the game, right by the stadium on the campus. Dude, it was the coldest I ever felt in my life. I thought him and I looked at each other like we didn't think we were gonna make it to the car. It was that cold. Remember that?
Yeah, just I
That
think what it was is you just sit for so long. It
We
has
had
to
a
be
heater.
like your
We had
freaking
like a
core
heater above
temperature.
us too. Remember that? We were sitting up by the box. We had a heater like right by us. It was nice and warm during the game. Man, we
I'll
left that
never
stadium.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had to walk
Golly.
probably like a mile.
Had to walk over that damn
Oh
river.
my gosh, I was so
I'll
cold.
never go to another Ohio State game, dude. They
Dude,
pack
next
in
time we
like
can play at Nixon
sardines. It's,
Stadium.
it's crazier. It's crazier Browns games. I know I'm going to.
I don't think so. You think
Ohio
so?
State's
Really?
more. Nah, Ohio State has more experience. Like if you're into like tradition, tailgate, professional tailgating, the
Bro, the
Browns.
Muni last
Right.
But the Browns have more heart and soul in it, and more like grit and grind. It's more of us. Yeah, I mean, it's more like
Exactly.
more
Ohio State's
love
more-
Ohio State.
more uppity. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's more about just the experience. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Right?
love the games.
It
I
gets
love the
loud.
games.
No, it gets rowdy. Great experience. Great fan
But
base.
it's not like a Browns game.
Yeah, Browns games are
No.
more. You're
Certainly
laughing.
certainly not Municipal Stadium. There was nothing like that. But I don't even think even at the new Brown Stadium, it's
Well, it's Cleveland Browns Stadium again. They got
The
rid of
Cleveland Browns Stadium, baby.
what it should be.
Soon to be FanDuel Stadium.
you don't hear you don't hear that kind of you don't have the wildness at the Ohio State games.
You
So-
can, but it's not. Yeah, I get when you
It's,
go to a
it's like a
Browns
level
game.
it's like a level of prestige, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where you
it's
go up to the
different.
Browns and right here, nobody's trying to be like that.
No, no, not at all.
I
I like the Browns games I just like the Browns because you expect Ohio State to cream mostly pretty much everybody they play.
Yeah.
You go like with the game we went to, we left in the middle of third quarter. It was already over with. You know, Cardell's hurdling people, time to leave. And so, but when you go to a Browns game, an NFL game, anything's possible.
for the whole
So,
game.
The
Yeah.
whole game. You're there for the whole game
Well,
from 9 a.m.
You're there the whole day. I tailgate when I go.
Right.
So I'm at the Muni lot at like 8 in the morning. My first beer is by like at least 9:30.
And it's on from there.
It's on. I'm glad my best friend for my birthday. He's like, I owe you home opener tickets, and we're taking a bunch of us down to the Muni lot for the home opener. I might have to talk to Boss Man and get that following Monday off because I'll probably be feeling pretty rough.
You might be a commentator in the future. I don't know.
Yeah.
Doing that instead. Stay tuned. Mike and I might be the next Jim Donovan and Nathan Segura.
Yeah, Nathan Segura because Doug Deacon retired. Good old Doug. I'll miss Doug,
Mike-
man. Doug was funny.
Yeah, I like Doug.
Well,
But,
I'm working on getting season tickets.
Yeah, the waiting list is still crazy, isn't it?
I might have a way to get around it.
Yeah, we'll make some phone calls.
I'll know here in a day or two.
We'll make some
Well,
phone calls.
if you're down to go to the home opener, it's going to be me, Justin. You've met Justin. I basically call him my brother. I think you talked to Justin too, Joseph. Maybe.
Swarm?
Once? No, not Swarm. Hey, Justin.
I don't know.
Swarm is a good acquaintance. But no, Justin Messner is we grew up together, and he's you know how you have your friends that you kind of like you have one or two friends from when you grew up that you're still really close with, like Justin.
Yeah, one of them's been on this podcast before.
Yeah,
shout out to Zach.
Justin's that for me. So and he was like, for your birthday, getting you home opener tickets, which I'm really excited for. I've been to Browns games, I've been in the Muni a lot, but I've never tailgated a home opener, which I think should be the first game of the season, if I'm not mistaken, this year, because last year we were away, and I think that's how that works. So I'm looking forward to it, man. That's going to be so much fun. The Muni lot, I told him, he's like, how early do you think we should get there? And I'm like, for the home opener, we're going to have to drive over at 5:30, my guy. We're gonna have to be in that car waiting in line at the Muni line for 2 hours
I'll
until
be
we can
excited
find
to
a
watch
spot.
games this year. 'Cause I'll be watching the game with people. So certain people I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
watching games too.
yeah, and we're gonna do the commentating for that. That's the first one game I'm going to. Unfortunately, I might be able to commentate with you live, but we'll see. I don't know.
Well, they'll be doing the post game that night for sure. I have to be a little wild. Mike drunk from the game, especially if they win.
Oh, dude, I don't know, and I'm not generally that big of a drinker, but I don't know if drunk is gonna
You
be
get
a.
crazy. You get crazy after Browns games. I know.
I do. I
Remember
get.
when
I go
I
hardcore.
called you after the Bucks game, and I had to call you back. It was it was a little rough, but
Oh, I was feeling it. That was a great game to go to. I'm so glad I went to that game.
mhm.
That was
But
bomb diggity.
all right. Well, you guys got anything else? Any more like serious topics on the way out? You guys got any wisdom you want to drop on the way out of here? Any anything you want to say?
Yeah,
Mm, go ahead, Mike.
mustaches are still totally in. If you want to grow a mustache, do it. Don't let anybody stop you. Just grow your mustache. Do it. Don't let people yell at you at big shots and tell you to shave it. It's
Mhm.
okay to have a mustache.
So
Grow your
that's your
mustache.
to shave your or keep your mustache. What you're saying?
Keep your mustache. Yeah. The
All right.
globalists want you to get rid of your mustache.
All right, Mike's keeping. Dad, you got anything else on the way out here? You got anything you want to say?
No, that's what Mike said. Don't worry about
Keep your
Basically, don't worry about what the hell everybody else thinks.
There you go.
Everybody does that too much.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Be your damn self.
You'll never be happy if you're always worrying about what everyone thinks, because somebody's always got an opinion, and if you're consumed with it, you're never going to be happy. So,
Are constantly chasing things that don't matter and standards that
Right.
don't matter.
right,
Golly, people nowadays drive themselves nuts.
that's it.
Grow your
All right.
mustache.
Life is great, no matter what situation you're in. If you wake up, you're breathing. Life's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely learned. I know I've learned that my journey. I know Mike, you probably learned that many times. And wake up, be content with where you are is what I would say today. Be content,
Right.
and know that. Yeah, be content and focus on where you are right now, and that in time things do happen. As long as you're in God's will, things will pan out. So
Absolutely.
it always
I was
does.
trying to see if my dog Watson has anything. To
Find
add.
balance in life.
Yeah.
If you're not working enough, then you need to work more. If you're working too much, you need to work less.
Find balance and find good people. Find good
Mhm.
relationships. That's why I got my good friend Mike here. We'll probably talk tonight when we get off. We'll be on the phone for probably 2 hours, talk about whatever, some personal shit and whatever else. Find good people.
Time's that Phoenix game on?
8 o'clock.
Right now.
No, well, this one's still going. So it'll be on after this. This one's 6 minutes left. Miami's up by.
Yeah, they usually tip off 15 minutes after.
Yeah, they're not going to start the game when this one's still going. Miami's up by 11 now. Almost 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
All right. Well, my phone's dying.
All right.
I'll see when you come downstairs.
All right.
Mike, I'll see you tomorrow, bud.
See you tomorrow.
Mike, you got any book of the week or anything you want to drop on the way out of here?
I do have a book of the week, actually. Book of the week, folks.
That's Mike's sound effect.
Powers and Thrones by Dan Jones. It is a modern history of the Middle Ages with new archaeological evidence found and new writings decoded, all that good stuff, and translated. It's a new comprehensive history of the Middle Ages, which I think is, I try and shake it up, nonfiction, fiction every now and then. And it's a great book for one of the most interesting periods in human history. Who doesn't love reading about knights and great battles between like all the European powers and all the court intrigue that was happening within the Middle Ages? So it's a cool book. Highly recommend picking it up.
All right. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Corey for coming on, eating his canes. Dad, thanks for
And
coming
Maya.
on. Hannah came on. Paige was on. My mom was on. Shout out to NYC The Truth, whoever that was. Thanks for the telling us about your team. And yeah, I mean, he made a valid point. You know, that is pretty sad. They shot 3 for 21 and we still lost. So,
Yeah.
shout out to you, NYC Truth. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you, new viewer. Yeah. I mean, anything else on the way out of here, Mike?
Yeah, that's it. Go Browns. Go Cavs.
Go,
Go
it's always the
Dogs.
Browns.
Go Browns always. But yeah, 12 days to the draft. Hype for it. That'll be a fun watch.
Yeah, that'd be a fun night. Fun 2 days actually. So it'll be Friday night and Thursday night. So
Yep.
that'd be something.
And then, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. But, all right, Mike. Well, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for coming on. I'll talk to you a little bit probably. So
Sounds good. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me on as always, Joseph.
yeah, later.
Later, bro.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Sunday Live again. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. And go check out my episode for The Real this week. I'm also be putting content out on Rumble now too, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, leave a comment below. Anything you took about the Cavs or Brown, anything. Just leave a comment below. Love to hear your feedback. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all you guys. Love all you guys been supporting me since day one, since I started this back in almost a little over a year ago now. So, yeah, come a long way. Appreciate all you guys, and go Cavs. Hopefully they get the win this Tuesday. We'll see, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out of here.